This is Mario Central, here with you today in the glooming streets of Panax City. The glooming? I think I'm getting too used to Pokemon now. Glooming. Oh my goodness. Hey you nitwit, there's no point of having two Justies hanging around here. Yeah, but I found this place first. You go find your own place. Nonsense! For someone as elegant and gorgeous as I, only a setting this plush is worthy. You? Don't use that condescending tone on me. I'm older than you, and besides, we're both Justy now. I like the word condescending. It sounds so cool. What are you looking at? You think we're putting on a show or something? I think indeed you are. Oh, look at that. It's a show, all right. Look at that stride. That is a show. Like, come on, Yellow 6. You can't lie. You're putting on a show. What's been seen can be used as witness testimony. You can curse your luck, but we can't let you walk away. Whoa, you're getting all technical on me here, Yellow 6. Turning into a lawyer. Wow, I give you a medallion. You have realized it. But the problem is, I don't think your plan will work because Nick is just too good for you. I mean, Pokemon, I think, are level 20 and mine are level 29. You just can't mess with this. The experience is better in my favor. Although I think they've been at this longer than I have. Unfortunately, I'm just a very skilled teenager. I'm just too good for them. Yeah! So as you can see, this guy's gonna have a lantern and a Manectric. So again, a nice experience right there. You know what's funny though? That stride he did compares nothing to Nick's stride. In fact, I'm ashamed of myself for not even talking about this. I'll probably put a quick clip of it up right here. But you remember the part where we were facing that mini-boss in ONBS Station? Nick, if you didn't notice it, walked in all nonchalant-like. I mean, not nonchalant. He walked in with some prowess there. Like, he was ready to get it, to throw it down. If you watched his stride, he was kind of walking in like, oh, yeah, who you messing with now, boy? Honestly, it's so funny to watch that again because when I looked back at that, I was like, dude, how did I not notice that? Oh my god. He had such a cool stride going on. I was like, whoa, hold on a second. That is impressive. I must learn to walk like this. Imagine if I walk like that in real life. Oh, you can dance with a man. You can dance, la 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 la. And I just walk with that. La 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 la. You're just a kid, but you're good at battling. I hate battling. I wish you'd leave me alone. Really? And I think you should get out of this business, man. You should not be one of the Rainbow Six Brothers, because this is eventually what you're gonna have to do. I mean, let's be honest here. It's in your fate. You challenge the hero, and this is what happens. Buzz off already. I'm trying to protect myself as a cool and intellectual Justy. A cool and smart guy doesn't waste his time battling. However, it's a different story when it comes to pests. Well, just because Justy is cool and intelligent as well, he does battle, you know. He is a gym leader. So that's not entirely true. I think you're just trying to get into the persona a little bit too much there, Brow 6. But it's funny, all these Cypher grunts have names for me. One called me a brat, this one's calling me a pest, the other one called me a bug, the other one called me a scum. I don't know if he called me scum, but that would be kind of harsh in a Pokemon game. But jeez, I mean, these guys really ate me, like my goodness. And especially... It's funny, now I look at this guy didn't even use one single ground type. No, he's just using brown Pokemon. Sure, Vigoroth isn't brown now, but he's going to be when he gets to Slacking, so interesting that he's not actually, because he had a Boltoy, but I guess he's just like, you know what? The pain of losing that Shadow Pokemon is too great for me. I'm just gonna stay back, and I'm not going to choose another ground type again. It's just, I can't go back there. It's bad times, man, bad times. Take that, Noctowl. I think I'm pretty close to actually getting Bluebeat to level 32. I think this will probably get me within inches in the next fight. Because from here on out, guys, I'm probably not going to show... I'm probably going to cut a lot of the fights because from now on, you know what we're doing. I just wanted to show off the fights that matter, like the brothers, because you will be facing them multiple times in the game. Well, if you choose to. And the other fights, well, I mean, they're not... I don't think from now on they're not going to have a lot of Shadow Pokemon, so... I'm just gonna skip a majority of them. And now we body slam. You know what I must say about this game that really impressed me? I think the music is among the best of its kind. It really is good. Like, I have no other words to put it. The battle themes are really catchy. The themes they use for certain points of the game are really fitting. Like, just listen to this Fenax City for a moment, and just feel, you know, the situation you're in. You're trying to rescue this town that's been replaced entirely. And the song is so depressing, and it just also so... It's also given that feeling like you have a slight hope that you're gonna do this. I just really appreciate the job that they did here. It's really outstanding work. Talk about this more later. You're looking at me with suspicion, aren't you? Of course, you have a darn Absol. That's always rouses suspicion, dude. I think you should choose your Pokemon a little better, my friend, because Absol is always the warner or the bringer of bad news, if you haven't seen the Pokemon anime. All the time. I think I'll show this fight, because you know what? There's something about Absol. I like the way he looks in this game. He looks cool. I mean, look at that. He's got that nice, like, sword-type object on his head. And he has this sheen fur. He's got a nice, cool look in this game. Unfortunately, we killed him, but I will stand by my point. I think he looks awesomely cool in this game. Of course, I'm going to say that. You watch, this town will fall to sight for one day. Well, not while I'm around, buddy. And now, we get the pleasure of evolving Bluebee. Here it comes. It's funny how this theme has evolved over the years, and it's just... I like that they've kept using the same theme. I hope they keep this up in Pokemon X and Y. That'll be good. I like these same themes. Like, I just can't imagine anything else. Alright, so we got ourselves a Celio, much more easier to train now, and now I can finally go back to some other Pokemon, because I'm going to need to get Crow's Effect leveled up soon. He's at 35. He's getting there. He's still a little bit out of it, so I'm not going to focus on him quite as yet. But I think I'll use these items right now. I'm going to give the HP up to Bluebee, because his HP is pretty high right now, and why not make it higher? The Protein I'll actually give to Crow's Effect, because his attack stat is massive. Even as a Trapinch, it's pretty big. And the Carbus I'm going to give to Ms. Fox. I don't know why I felt to have to go to a Spanish accent at some point, but I did. And I will give Carbus to him. As you can see, look at that, 75, and he's just a Trapinch. Imagine when he becomes a Vibrava and then a Flygon. This guy's gonna have attack stat beyond all belief. It's pretty good. He focuses mainly on attack and speed, which is something I always admire in Pokemon. Oh look, it's the newscaster lady. Not really. It says you know my real identity. Guess what? You're right. Congratulations, you just won. The Price is Right. Well, too bad, lady. You didn't do too well. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, what's your hurry? You're so rushed. Ha! You're asking me if I'm a fake? How rude of you. How could there be any fake as handsome as me, I ask you? I'm sorry, man. I should have known. Your handsomeness rivals that of mine. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm sorry, old man. Alright, now that she's disposed of, let's go on to this mighty Enerdude. Another guy that just has an obvious Pokemon that's like, oh, hey, well, you know what? I'm out here, I'm a disguise, and yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of protecting that. And now that fight is done as well. Sorry about all the cutting, but honestly, I don't need to show every single fight, because especially if they don't have a Shadow Pokemon, there's really no sense in it. Let's battle this guy and get back his cast form, because this is ridiculous. How could you trade that away? Help me! I think I should be the one helping you. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Why would he say help me? He's the criminal here. I think if anything, I should be the one saying help me. But of course, Nick is too cool for that. Looks like our secret's out of the bag. We didn't want any attention until the recovery operation was done, but it's too late for that now. Whoops, did I say recovery operation? Don't you worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. How dare Greg trick me like that? He almost disguised himself as the handsome old man. Nearly fooled me again. Greg knew what he was doing too. He knew that if he captured the handsomeness of the other old man, that he was gonna fool me. But he gave away his own cover. He's just like, drat, our cover's blown. Well, I'm gonna fight you anyways. But here, he actually has a Swinub. Now this is actually one of the more interesting Pokemon for me. I actually like Swinub. even before 4th generation. I think with 4th generation, it's obviously clearly much more better, but this is one of those cases that it's actually a little bit useful. Piloswine is not the best, but for a ground type, usually ground types have to have a good attack stat, they can take hits generally well, and unfortunately, its typing does kind of cripple it a little bit. It's weak to steel, it's weak to fighting, it's weak to fire, it's weak to water, it's weak to grass. Yeah, so it's a lot of weaknesses. To be honest with you, it is quite a lot. So you do have to be a little bit careful with Swine Up. Don't overdo it, because to trade him to Piloswine is no problem. When you get him to Piloswine, he can actually hold his own with Earthquake and Blizzard and whatnot. Because I actually used him on my Gold and Silver team, and he did pretty well for me, I will admit. But this guy gets so much better in the 4th generation. When he evolves into Mamoswine, oh man, nothing can touch him. He's really unbelievably good. So if you really want to, you can use him now. But I suggest waiting for him till the 4th generation. He's just so much better. No! No! I'm sorry! No! Darn it! Jolteon, Miss Fox, why'd you do that? Her power was too great. Darn it. That's the first time I've actually failed in capturing a shadow Pokemon. I wasn't expecting that to happen until way later, but it happened already. Oh, great. Darn it, Jolteon. You weren't supposed to do that much. Oh, look at her waltz over here. She's got her stride of her own, too. Did anyone tell you to stay out? No, I invited myself in. It's what Nick does. I'm sorry. He's not gonna listen to no orders of Cypher Grunts. Are you kidding me? He's got himself a Pelipper and an Electro. I think these two have Shadow Pokemon as well, so watch out for that. This one's mainly focusing on flying types. I probably should have went and healed Athena, shouldn't I? Oh well, I'm gonna go with it anyways, because she's actually kind of close. Look at that, 28. Now all these fights have helped me. She's actually getting close to a Gardevoir. Oh, thank goodness you didn't use that on Athena. My god, that was close. Oh, darn it! I hate that he has that ability. Darn. Oh well, that's okay. That's alright. Alright, let's psychic it up. Look at the power of this move. It is so strong now. I mean, it's an electric. Well, I can't really tell since it's at red health, but trust me, Athena's now her own Pokemon. She lives by her own laws, and she is fantastic. Oh man, I now, as I said before, anytime you lose a Shadow Pokemon, it's not like the previous game. The previous game, you have to go and look for it again with the same trainer. You have to go and find them when you finish the game. So not until you're finished the game do you get to find that Pokemon again. But this game, they make that a lot better by having Mirror B be the Wanderer. He actually wanders around and picks up the Shadow Pokemon that flee from the battle. So he will appear at any time at either at the Pokespots, at the Coliseum. He'll be there. But trust me, Mirror B, that isn't all he's going to be doing. I can tell you that right now. He's going to be much more important later on. They wouldn't just leave a man like that. What? Oh, shoot. Okay, that's okay. They wouldn't just leave a man like that to be in a supporting role. Oh, heck no. You know, Mirror B is much more important than that. But here we have, I'm going to take out Athena right here. And here we have Spearow. I actually like Spearow. I'm one of the people that actually thinks Fearow is actually a little better than Pidgeot. I like Fearow a lot more. With my flying types, I like the fact that they're fast and powerful. The problem I have with Pidgeot is that she's kind of too balanced for me. I don't like that she can't really do much other than just be average. She's kind of like an average oral he or whatever. Whatever the symbol is, I gotta pay attention more to my symbols. I find like it's just a bit too average for me, Pidgeot. I've always felt that way. Now, I've always liked Fearow a bit more because he's faster, it's stronger. Well, this one's a girl. She's faster, she's stronger. It's just overall a better Pokemon, in my opinion. Especially, oh my god, I used this thing on my Soul Silver, Fearow. Oh, I taught it Giga Impact, and I also taught it, I didn't teach it Sky Attack, but I taught it like Brave Bird, I think. And dude, this thing does so much damage. It's pretty good. It's not the best flying type out there, but I'd prefer it over Pidgeot any day. Like, I never used to think so. I used to think that because it's so common, I used to find Fearow all the time. I used to think that, oh, well, it's not that great. But I was wrong. It's actually a pretty good Pokemon. You know, and that goes for a lot of Pokemon that are quite common. Like Tentacool, for instance, right? Tentacool is actually a very good Pokemon. When it evolves into Tentacruel, it's one of the best, right? But it's so common, you wouldn't think so. Same with Zubat. Zubat, when it transforms into Crobat, oh man, this thing is good. Yet it's so common, you wouldn't think so. It's kind of funny how that works out sometimes. I just gotta do some damage on him, damn it. This is what I hate that move, Shadow Panic. Oh man, that is such an annoying move they added in this game. That confuses everybody. Even, I think it confuses your own teammate too, so that's why it's called Shadow Panic, because he does it in a state of panic. He's just like, oh my god, I gotta do something, and then he confuses everybody. Now this is gonna be an easier capture, so not too shabby at all. Alright, Fearow or Spearow or whatever, you are mine. Get in this Pokeball, and now, claim it! Yes! I love that animation. Just like the last game out, it's kind of like hands reaching out, like grabbing the Pokemon and capturing it. Because it's like you're stealing it back, right? So it's like, you're mine again! I like the fact that they did that. They have so many cool little things that they do in this game. I like his little knapsack that he has at the back there. That's kind of cute. I have something like that too. Although I don't use it very much. I don't find it all that useful. But apparently Nick does, so maybe I should take some advice from him. He's pretty good overall. And here, Faultly. Okay, Faultly. That's his name. Almost sounds like Faulkner a little bit. Faultly. That's a funny name. But he sends out a Grimer, and Grimer is another one of those cases that you may find Grimer a lot in the earlier games, but he's actually a good Pokemon. I like Muck a lot. Muck is one of my... You know what? Between him and Weezing, I think I like Muck a little bit more. Yeah, I think I do. I like Muck a little bit more. He can take hits really well, both defensively and special defensively, because he has a lot of HP. And he can dish out attack damage really, really well. So, I mean, overall, he's just a very good Pokemon. The only thing is in this generation, again, remember that whole physical special split. So, Sludge Bomb isn't going to do a whole lot because it's not a special attacker. So not until the 4th generation does this guy become a lot more useful. So, I guess for now, the more useful of the two would be Weezing, because Weezing could self-destruct and do whatever, but he's still not a bad option. He can still take hits generally well. I mean, look at that. Doing a quick attack like that, and he's only a Grimer. I mean, it's not that impressive, but still, it was a quick attack, for goodness sake. But he still did it pretty well, so I mean, you gotta commend his efforts there. He's facing a Ms. Fox and a Crow's Effect that has been doing extremely well. Look at that. He's 31 now, and he's so close. Alright, I think I'm going to use a Sand Attack, and let's try to capture him right now. And hopefully I can get lucky and not accidentally kill him like I did with Swinub. Hopefully he appears back quite soon. I hope he doesn't appear before I fight the boss of this place, though. Because that is coming up. Yeah! Go my claws! And retract what was once mine, or not mine, but someone else's. Yeah, that was a good line. Retract what was once mine or someone else's. Yeah, that sounded all epic and such. Okay, I give up. Yeah, that's right, you do. And I like it now that they're giving a lot more money to us. Now they're giving us like thousands and thousands of dollars. If you go over here, you can get yourself a Water Stone. I don't think we've encountered any Pokemon that use this yet. So yeah, don't even bother with it as yet. And also over here, we get ourselves TM12 or 13, and that is Ice Beam. Very essential because I am going to use that for my Bluebee. As I said, by itself, Ice Beam is a better move for it than Blizzard, because Blizzard gets its power weakened, and it's inaccurate. Ice Beam is accurate, and it does 95 damage to a single target. So, I mean, it's overall a better choice, and I'm going to go with that. So, thank you all for watching. We are going to see what is in the middle and what awaits us in Pokemon XD. This is Mario Central, signing off!